What is up, YouTube? Today, we're taking a look at the best low mastery SGX attachments in Battlefield 6. If you're just getting into Battlefield 6 like I am, it's natural to grab the M4A1 or the M433. I did the same thing, and I quickly learned that the recoil and the bloom are what punish new players the most. That's why I tested all of the weapons that I had access to and ended up switching to the SGX. The SGX has very little recoil and tighter bloom at all ranges than the M4 or the M433, so it has a much lower skill barrier for the performance that you can get out of it. It also lets you skip the grind. By mastery level 8, the SGX already feels like a top tier weapon, and by mastery 9 you unlock the larger magazine so that you can reload less. In comparison, the M4A1 and the M433 can be strong, but they need more mastery levels before they reach their full potential, and you still have to learn their specific recoil and how to handle their bloom. The SGX is quick to grasp, easy to use, and it lets you focus on movement and positioning instead of fighting your own gun. I'm a new player myself, so all of these are things that I value while learning the game. And with all of that said, let's get into the attachments. Let's get into it with the default SGX, and if I remember correctly, these are the exact attachments that you get at mastery level 0. The first thing that you will be able to put on is the underbarrel, where you would be putting on the ribbed stubby. According to the wiki, this is already unlocked at mastery level 0, and I'm really hoping that that is correct, but I definitely know that this was already unlocked before mastery 10, so in the worst case scenario, you will have it a little bit later. But the ribbed stubby is the perfect one here because all it does is reduce the recoil control, helping out your precision 2 at the same time, and it even helps with your ADS. The reason why we're not picking any of the other ones right now is because they either hurt your mobility or they hurt your accuracy while aiming down sights, which is your bloom, and we don't want to hurt your bloom. Although it says it gets better on precision, the text actually says that it gets worse. So until they fix that, we're just going with the ribbed stubby. Another one of the final attachments that you already have unlocked at mastery level 0 is the ammunition, where we're just going to keep it on the FMJ standard ammo. The next final attachment that we unlock is at mastery level 4, where you get the red laser. This one is not visible to the enemies, and it helps out your hipfire, and you only get it at mastery level 4. Later on, if you want to put on the green laser, just keep in mind that it is visible to the enemies, but you do get a much better hip firing spread. But at mastery level 4, let's go for the red laser. Next up, on the muzzle, it's the converter at mastery level 5. Although it's going to hurt your control, you might have noticed by now by using the weapon that it really doesn't have that much recoil, so all that we care about is improving the bloom. And although the recoil control does go down here, if we read the text, you realize that the horizontal recoil is actually helped. And it's a lot more convenient to have more vertical recoil, which is easily controllable, than the horizontal recoil, which is a lot harder to control. Keep in mind that to have this great bloom, you will be giving yourself away on the minimap whenever you shoot. Next up, on the barrel at mastery level 8, you get the short barrel, which is going to improve your hip fire, and although it is not reflected in the stats, it does mention that it helps you with your ADS times. It does lower the muzzle velocity, but that really doesn't matter much as long as you can lead your targets. So at mastery level 8, let's go for the short barrel for the better hip fire and the faster ADS. And notice that at mastery level 8, we already have a really well-rounded weapon. We've already changed the underbarrel, the barrel, the muzzle device, we've put on a laser. All that is really left right now is for you to choose your own optic, whichever one you want that you already may or may not have unlocked. My favorite one for a weapon like this is actually the Sight 1.25x, which is the ROS 1.25x. This doesn't have much zoom, which is perfect for an SMG, and it lets you see your surroundings really well. So this is the one that I would recommend, but you do get this one at mastery level 10. But again, it is an optic, so you could really choose whatever you want here. I know a lot of people actually prefer this one, and I do believe it is already unlocked at mastery level 0. But again, it is all preference. I'm going with the ROS 1.25x. And last but not least, whenever you reach mastery level 10, which should be fairly quick, that is the whole point of this video, you'll be able to get your 36 round magazine. It's going to hurt your movement speed while you're ADS'd, but I find it totally worth it because I have gotten killed quite a bit while I'm reloading. And now this is the finished build already at mastery level 10, and remember that at mastery level 8 you can already have a really well built weapon that's going to feel better than anything else that you have available at the moment if you're a new player. And although not everything is reflected because there's a lot of numbers that are not actually updating and don't match the description, but here we're assuming that the descriptions are actually actually the correct ones. And now that you know the stats and the final attachments, let's hop into the firing range to see how it handles. As a new player, the worst thing ever is the bloom, so that's why we were mainly focused on that, since the recoil on a weapon such as this one is actually super easy to handle. For some reason, SMGs right now actually feel better than ARs, even at those longer ranges, just due to the bloom. Notice how the first target is at 10, second at 20, and so on, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and it's really only at 50 meters that you actually start having to control your bursts. Even at 40, you're actually pretty good. Keep in mind that if you crouch, your bloom won't be as bad, so you can actually just crouch and have a much easier time hitting those far away targets. At least as far as I can tell, that's really what it's felt like. Just make sure that you are strafing, even at this like 40-meter range. It's not too bad. People are going to have a harder time actually hitting you. Meanwhile, because you're using such a good bloomed weapon, you'll definitely be able to kill them a lot easier than they are able to kill you because you're using an SMG. I have come from different games like Call of Duty and Delta Force where bloom is not a thing. So immediately I noticed that bloom was going to be a huge deal that will take some time to get used to. So this build minimizes bloom and makes sure that players like us that are new can have a great weapon at the very beginning to jump straight into the action. And now that we have the build locked in, let's jump into a fun 56 kill game in Siege of Cairo to see this setup in action. Enjoy! Whoa, what a start to the match. That was scary as hell. Wait, there's like actually so many of them right there. We're inside of Siege of Cairo with the SGX. Let's try to do our best here. See what we can do. I see you. Don't you try to hide like that. What do you think this is? How did we actually just get B already? That was so quick. Get out of here. He actually just tried to do that to us. Okay. Very happy about this extended magazine because otherwise I would have run out of ammo a long time ago. Alright, great. I love getting free kills like that. Wow, hold on. There's a guy literally sitting right on top of his ladder. Right in that spot. Yeah, get out of here. Oh my god. What a name too. Great name. This is why I'm playing support though. I love being able to heal myself without really relying on anybody. And being able to pick up enemies. I mean, teammates. Yeah, get out of here, buddy. I know there's another one though. Yeah, there he is. Let's go. That flashlight actually blinds you so much. Yeah, there you go. I had to wait till he stopped shooting. Oh, I saw your green laser. Hello. That's why I don't use the green lasers. You can just see people in places that you normally wouldn't be able to see them. Let's try to get behind him over here a little bit more with the SGX. Although you can take out the weapon a lot further than you really would expect it like that, right? This is an SMG and you can actually use it at ranges like that without a problem. You should still be trying to use it at short ranges the most that you possibly can. We're getting it now, Mr. Krabs. We're getting it now. Notice how I barely had to burst there? I just had to reset my fire just for a second. And that was all that I needed. That was enough. Something that I have noticed about this game is that not only does it glitch a lot when it comes to reviving people, but also you really want to stay off the minimap as much as possible because people actually look in this game. It seems like people are actually looking at the minimap quite a bit. So for future final builds, like best builds, I am going to do a best build series for this game. You're probably going to see a lot of suppressors. Now, gotta make sure to kill these guys on the left-hand side. Swan. Yeah, they got some really good cover right now. Gotta clear out the left so that they don't kill my team. Alright, we can advance. Get me out of there for a second. Oh, he's got no health. Heyo. Heyo. He's actually right there. I juked him. Let's go. There's somebody else though. Wait, there's actually so many of them. No, that almost worked out. They all spawned over here. Put down a little trophy system for my team here. Don't know where they are, but I'm just gonna jump out of here. Yes. I'm not gonna let you C4 my tank. Get out of here. We're doing a team. Get on A.
Why are you running?
What the? Alright, we definitely got A now. There's a chance that we can actually win. This is the last point. Oh, hey. You're on the ground. How are you doing? Gotta make sure to get him. I hope that grenade gets him. Yes. Perfect. The best grenade that I've ever thrown. Oh, no way, dude. Okay, good. This match has been so intense that I've barely said anything about it. What the heck? Don't destroy my tank like that. There's a real chance we win this here. Let's go. I got you, teammate. I'm a support for a reason. We're doing it. We're doing it. Let's go. That's the SGX in the Siege of Cairo. We had a nice 56 kills, and it was a pretty short game too. That was way too intense. Just remember that the SGX has extremely little bloom, extremely little recoil, and you can use it way further than you should be able to for an SMG, so I would definitely pick it over the M4A1 or the M433. What an amazing match that was though. In the comments down below, let me know what you thought about this low mastery build for the SGX. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. AuxOwl out.